Hey, friendos, Enforcer here. Just wanted to give you a week 2 update, but before I do that, I just want to say I didn't expect the first video to get the views and the love in the comment section and the well wishes from not just what primarily this channel is, the hockey jersey collecting community. All the friendos piled in too from going in raw. Um, so there's no way that I'm going to be able to respond to over 200 well wishes, but just know right here, this is my response to that. That is a overwhelming amount of love and support that all of you have shown to me. And that really means a lot when you're sitting in a bed here. Sometimes you feel alone, but you know you're not, because so many people have sent their well wishes and support, their own personal stories of going through their battles, their versions of cancer, some of them the same exact thing as me. So that means a lot. So thank you, everybody that took time to watch the last video, wonder about me, leave a comment, subscribe even. I was shocked at that. So I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. On to what week 2 has brought me. The first week of and first round, hopefully only round of chemo finished on Friday, which is 4 days ago. And now we are at the point where we're seeing what the bone marrow and is going to do, because I've basically every day been on a regimen of blood transfusions and platelets, because there basically is nothing there. But luckily, every day, blood platelets I'm doing every day. Yesterday I had to do 2 bags of blood. The 2 days before that, I didn't have to do blood. And there is one frustrating thing about this whole regimen, is that if you can do blood platelets and blood transfusions during the day when you're awake, that is the preferred way, because last night I had the blood didn't get in until late, and then all night I went through 2 bags of blood. Each bag took 2.5 hours, and then one bag of platelets, and that was about an hour or so. So 6 hours last night was spent hooked up to the IV, where the previous couple of days I was able to get those out of the way at a reasonable time, and actually was able to get a couple hours of sleep. Last night was not that. I maybe got, just in the overnight, I may have gotten 2 hours of sleep. And it's not because the blood transfusions hurt or anything like that. It's because when they're putting in the blood, they got to monitor your vitals to make sure you're not having an allergic reaction to it, or if your body is rejecting what's being put into you. So they check your blood pressure, your O2 levels, and your and your temperature. If your temperature spikes, then there could possibly be a problem. Then they go in checking other things. Luckily, last night was smooth, other than the fact that it was at night. Did have some hockey for a while to keep me company, but yeah, last night was pretty rough. So in that time, I was thinking, because what happened was there was no blood that I needed, the O positive, on site, so they had to call the American Red Cross, call the blood bank, had to get a blood run. I guess essentially I'm a vampire right now. I'm just taking blood, but I'm not sucking on necks. But but I'm taking but I'm right now because the immune system is basically nil, and the stem cells and the red and the hopefully normal white blood cells have yet to really hopefully populate the bone marrow area and make their own Sim City of goodness, or Stardew Valley, you know, Maggie, Mr. Dope, Kaufman, shout out to you. It takes a lot of blood. It takes a lot of platelets to get me to where hopefully my body can kickstart and make its own. So I looked at once I get out of here, about me being able to give blood, because before this, I think I only gave blood maybe 2 or 3 times. So, and I was thinking, this whole ordeal has made me really think about how in small ways I can give back to really anything, whether it be the Leukemia Foundation, or now I was like, okay, American Red Cross, give blood, right? The sad thing is, because I have leukemia, I got blood cancer. And even if I'm in complete remission, I can't donate. So the ironic thing is, the people that needed the blood most, when they are well, can't give back. And that sucks, man. That sucks. But it is what it is. So, man, if I got a couple people here that are watching this and can find the time, the effort, the willingness to give blood, I would appreciate it. From what I read, it takes 1 hour of your time to from when you walk in to when you walk out. It takes an hour of time. I'm sorry everybody. While this is going on, I'm sorry about that. It takes an hour of your time. The blood draw is actually probably closer to 10 to 15 minutes. You get refreshments afterwards. But if you could give blood, please give blood, because someone in my position could really, really use it. Could really, really use it. Because it's not just getting it to me. There are other people that need it immediately. ERs and stuff like that. For me, they could schedule something, and then when the blood bank, when the blood mobile rolls in, they can put my order on. But other people that are in need of a complete transfusion, and they're holding on because they can't get the pints they need, or that's really, really scary. The other thing I will say, the platelets, it's a little bit more involved. It's about 2 hours, and they basically take a little bit. You're basically in one arm, they're pulling out, and then the other arm they're putting in, and then they're taking the platelets from your blood. That's a little bit longer. That's a 2-hour process. And hats off to anybody that would do that, because I know I've gone through a lot of bags of platelets, and that is crazy to think that someone sat there for 2 hours to get that done for someone else, a stranger. Hats off to anybody that donates blood. And I would just ask, if anyone asks, hey, is there anything Enforcer you can do? Go see if you can give blood. Give a pint. I'm sure there's cookies and juice. And yeah, everything's gonna be everything's hopefully going to be okay afterwards. They just ask you a couple of questions. And honestly, some of those questions they ask you may lead you down a road to where you may be able to find that there's an issue with yourself. And then maybe you can get that checked out, and you can prevent something worse happening further down the road. But yeah, I would say if there's one thing that people ask, anything you can do for me, go and see if you can give blood. Give blood, because the Enforcer can't. Even though I'm taking it all now, maybe this is my good deed. That anybody listening, just if you got an hour, hell, who knows? You may have an area where you can do blood, and it's right in your neighborhood. You may be able to make it a weekly thing or a monthly thing, because I know when they were hanging a lot of bags, I was thinking I want to give back and give some blood, but I can't. And that's so ironic. I want to, but I can't, because my own blood is tainted. But week 2, so far they keep on saying nausea, fatigue, vomiting. That's what's going to hit you. Nausea, no. Vomiting, no. Tired? Yeah, that's been a motherfucker. When I first got in here and I would do my laps, I had a pretty good pace. Now that pace has just turned into a stroll, just sort of. I can still do it. I don't need assistance. But that walk, every lap, my lap times have gone down. The tires have been worn, yeah. But still doing them. Every day that I feel that I can, I do. It's only been a couple of days where I felt I can't. Those are usually the days that I know, okay, there's going to be a lot of blood and a lot of platelets today. because I feel down. This morning, because I had these late night blood transfusion and platelet transfusions that I feel okay. So when they drew the blood at 7 this morning. The last of the platelets got out of me at about 5:30. So that's almost like you top up the gas and then you check to see if you need any more gas. You just hit the Costco gas, and then you drive down the road a couple of miles, and then you glance and go, "Do you think I need gas?" So I may they may tell me today, "Hey, you don't need anything," and I'd be like, "Of course." But then the next morning when they do the blood draws, jeez, man, what's that gonna look like? I hope it looks good. I hope at some point the blood and the platelets are gonna take. I know it. So just keep on going. But yeah, give blood if you can. If you do give blood, thank you. You are an unsung hero to a lot of people. And me, as someone that has benefited from it, thanks you. But that's where I'm at right now. I'm still holding strong. And again, I want to thank everybody for all of the well wishes, all of the views. I honestly put that video out just thinking I just need to let it out. Let people know how I'm feeling, because I know Steven Larson on the stream, they kept on saying, "Where's Enforcer? Is he okay? What's going on?" Because the only thing at the beginning that I told Steve, like, "Hey, just let him know I'm in the hospital and I'm out for a month." They didn't know why. They didn't know if it was a car wreck. They didn't know if it was a heart attack. They didn't know if it was a slip and fall. Nobody knew except a small handful. And I appreciate all of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate everybody that took the time to type in a comment. This is me saying thank you, and I appreciate all of you for doing that. Really means a lot. I still scroll through them when I need a boost, so thank you. And with that, I'm going to sign off. So I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.